Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to Fashion Week Studio Live. Today we'll be interviewing the good brother, Justin Haynes. Welcome on. Who we got? Hey, hey, hey. Welcome. Good to see everybody. All right. Hey there. All right. I'm going to bring Justin on in. All right. For the viewers, I'm in the car because Corona has me a little spooked. So, trying to dodge the Corona. So I'm going to be in the car. Play it safe. Nice sanitized car. All right. Let's bring Justin on in. All right. Hey. What's up, people? What's up, Cherry? Thank you for joining. How you doing? Very nice to see you. Glad you're here. Hey, hey, hey. Thanks for the wave. Lizette, how you doing? Alessandra, welcome. What's up? What's up, the official Just? What's up, man? Hey, hey, hey. Sandra, what's up, son?
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, fly guy?
How are you? How are you?
Good, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Justin, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you for even having me.
Huh?
So thank you for having me. Can you hear me well?
Oh, brother, it's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure. So I'm gonna tell you what's funny. So my last name is Haynes, but it's spelled Haines.
Wow.
Last name is spelled Haynes.
Right.
Now, it's funny. I always like to start off with a funny story because I'm always connected to individuals that I'm fortunate to interview. And when I was in the 9th grade, I grew up in Philadelphia, and I started feeling myself a little bit, getting
Okay.
big. So my mother sent me to live with my grandmother in Tennessee. And there was a church down there that my grandmother took me like 5 days a week. And the pastor's name was Haynes, Haynes. So the first question is,
Really?
do you have any family in Bristol, Tennessee?
I have family everywhere, believe it or not. There's so many Hayneses everywhere. Like I run into as I travel, somebody's last name is Haynes, and like, do you know this? Do you know that? And I'm like, yeah. So we always connect. So my family tree is so huge that they're all around, and we don't know we're a family until we actually meet up.
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, something tells me that you're connected to Pastor Haynes. Now, I was 14 years old, so this was quite a bit of time ago. She has
Okay.
since passed on, but she taught me some valuable lessons. The top 3 lessons that she taught me, she said, if you ever get in trouble, you always say, God, help me. That's number 1. Number 2, she would take offerings for individuals who needed help over in West Africa.
Mm.
And she always taught us that appreciate what we have and understand that we still have enough to help others with, no
Right.
matter what we have. And I was like, okay, got that. The third thing was she told me, don't eat up all the biscuits at the church function because I was knocking them off.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now, I just got to tell you, brother, your ability to coordinate is amazing. I
I
thought I was
appreciate
a
it.
coordination king. Your ability to coordinate is freaking fantastic.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You still got it though. You still got it. You still got it.
No, brother. Hey, listen, I done checked you out, man. You head to toe with it.
Okay. I appreciate that. I'm humble.
Listen, and your sock game is vicious.
Listen, socks are my life. Okay.
See?
Socks are my life. Socks and shoes are my life. Trust and believe
I
that.
can see that. I can see that. So, man, like I said, thank you for joining us, man. I appreciate you taking the time. And I do want to start off. I always start off with my story that's done. But now I want to ask you this. I want to talk about you, man. Because in life, I know we're always faced with an obstacle to our dreams, right?
Hmm.
Something that we just overcome that allows us to really affirm and confirm that this is what we want to do in life. I want to know what your obstacle was.
Well, my obstacle was really just the start of it all. I started so avant-garde that it was just impossible for anybody to um, actually wear my clothes on an everyday basis. So that I have to say that was my biggest struggle, trying to bring my mind into making sure that they were wearable garments, if that makes sense. Um,
Yeah.
I had so much creativity in my head, so much that I wanted to do that it was only strictly for a runway, um, advertisements, editorials, but no one could wear that or wear my pieces on everyday life. So the biggest struggle was trying to bring my dream to reality, if that makes sense. So I had to kind of bring my mind in. So I started off and I had zero customers. I'm making all these garments, and I had not one customer at all for about a year until after my first show. And then I had one lady outside of my mom, because my mom would support me, but I had one lady, her name was Minnie Henson. Even though my pieces were so, she wore it that very first time. And after that very first time, like things just kind of just skyrocketed. Everybody wanted to wear it after that, you know. So I have to say that was my biggest struggle, making sure that I can still be
Wow.
consistent in my dream and my creativity.
Wow. Wow, man. Wow. And, and, and since then, you've just been this spark to this flame.
It just happened, you know, like just being
And
consistent,
that's
you know,
fantastic,
being
man.
consistent in
Now,
it.
yeah.
But I can't really hear you. What you said?
Oh no, I was agreeing with you. Consistency. Sorry,
Okay.
we're having a little bit of technical difficulty.
Okay, I can hear you now. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry about that, man. A little technical difficulty.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Hey guys, thanks for everybody staying with us. Okay, good, good, good. So, so Justin, tell us about yourself, man. Tell us about you. Tell us about Justin Haynes, the infamous Justin Haynes. Tell us about you.
Um, Justin Haynes, I'm CEO, I'm founder, I'm designer, tailor of my own brand. This has been a dream since middle school. So like this is something that I wanted to do. Yes. Can you hear me? Can hear you. Can y'all hear me? All right. I'll start again. Justin Haynes, I'm CEO,
Yes,
founder
absolutely.
of Justin H. This has been
I can hear you.
actually a dream of mine since middle school. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
I think. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Dream of mine since middle school. So something I started
Okay.
working in.
I can hear you.
Just okay, just in high school. Um, I was styling
Oh, wow.
different ones for proms and our different dances. Um, so out of that, I told my mom and my dad like I didn't want to start anywhere. I didn't want to work at any job, you know, as far as my part-time job. I didn't want just to do anything. So I started off working at the Gap, and I started there in my junior year of high school, and I worked there for 15 years. So I started there, worked my way up the ladder at Gap. I was a visual merchant, started doing work in the district, in the
Oh,
region. And then from there, I went to Brooks Brothers, and then I went to a luxury retailer. So from there, that luxury retailer was my. I actually worked at Aldo Shoes for about a year. I was store manager there. Um,
oh wow.
After working in the luxury retail, my 5-year plan was up with them. So I had to decide whether I wanted to take the move, because there was nothing else in my district, to take the move and move to Chicago, or actually stay around and work on my dream because my father was very ill at that time. Um, so I started Justin H, and that was 10 years ago. And now I'm still moving. So I specialize in men's, women's, and children's clothing.
Wow. 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 Man, so this is your passion, man. This is your path, huh? This is
This
you.
is it. This is it. This is it. This is a.
Wow, man. Well done, man. Done. So what inspires your designs? I was looking at your designs, man. They are definitely amazing. They're unique. They're definitely specific. They're definitely something that I would wear. What inspires your designs?
I'm a vintage kind of guy, so let me just say that, like, the era of the '60s and '70s inspires me still to still to this day. The reason why it inspires me so much is because during that era, as you know, like in this era, a lot of people just don't like to dress all the time. But then they dressed all the time, whether it was a pair of pants, a shirt, whatever it was, whatever they put together. Um, they were really clean and kind of classic, and they looked well all the time. That I want to bring, and that inspires me to bring that era and make it more modernized, to bring that era of looking well in whatever season, uh, whatever era it is. I want them to look well all the time. So that's my inspiration, to bring that era back so that people can look their best, whether it's
Wow.
winter, spring, summer, fall, whether it's June, July, August, whenever, whatever day it is. I want people to, get that mindset of dressing well for everyday life.
Wow. Wow, man. And that's beautiful. Look, I'm gonna tell you. So my grandfather was a tailor,
Okay.
and I used to watch him. I used to sit in his shop and made suits and ties for like Muhammad Ali and different individuals that would come through Philadelphia.
Nice.
And the thing about it is such an art. Like it's such an art. And do you consider yourself an artist?
I do. Now I do. Before I didn't, because I was like, I'm not an artist. An artist is someone who paints and draws and all that stuff. Then I had to go to the reality and think about it, is like I am creating art. I'm creating art that people wear. So yeah, I do consider myself an artist more so than a tailor or a designer. I create as I go. I don't. I'm not one to look at pictures and look at things. My customers know not to send me any pictures of anything and have me duplicate it, because my mind
Oh, wow.
just doesn't do that. They give me a color, they kind of give me a style frame of what I've done before, and they kind of just let me go at it. And that's what allows me to create. So, yeah, that makes me an artist.
Oh, it does. Wow, man. Don't even if someone sends you a picture like, "Hey, I want something like this," you don't even look at it. You're like, "Come on, get that out of here."
Yeah, no, we don't do pictures. I figured, it was designed by that designer at one particular time, so that's the designer. If they send me something
Yeah.
vintage back in the '60s and say, I want to recreate this, by all means. But if it's something that somebody else did, I'm not good with that. I don't like doing that. If someone else has created a garment for someone else to wear, that was for them. I don't try to create garments that 5 and 6 people are wearing. If that's the case, people can go to the mall, they can go to Neiman's, they can go to Nordstrom's and buy that. I really like to keep my customers one of a kind. I like to keep them looking, one of a kind.
Wow. Wow, man, that's fantastic. Let me ask you, what is the vision of your brand? What is your vision? What do you see? Where do you see? And how do you your brand in the future and in the future, like globally?
Well, it's kind of widely span because I see so much. I see so much on a given day. There's really not a day that I don't dream and live what I do. Um, what I'm doing now, being in publications, being sought after for award shows and celebrities and so on and so forth. I didn't see this till years later. You know, so I'm doing this now. My goal is to be more internationally known. I think um, I'm in a good spot internationally wise, but I want to see more of that. I want to see more of what I'm doing now because I didn't think I would be here this early. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I didn't hear your last question. Hello. No, I can't hear you. Hold on. It may be me. Give me 1 second.